Good afternoon. Welcome to the mid-year commencement ceremony of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Sean Patrick Curlin, a candidate for the Bachelor of Music degree, will lead us in singing our national anthem. Please stand.
Oh, say, can you sing by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Today we continue a tradition that began in 1798 when the first 7 graduates received their diplomas. Today's ceremony includes those students who graduated last August, as well as those students who will receive their degrees today. We welcome 2,279 graduates, 1,049 undergraduates, 921 master's students, 298 doctoral students, and 11 professional students. This is your day, and all of us join you in this celebration of your academic achievement. Among the graduates today are several seniors who yesterday received their commissions as second lieutenants in the Army and Air Force. These young men and women will leave Chapel Hill for active duty. They join other Tar Heel students, alumni, faculty, and staff who are already serving on active duty or in the reserves. Our thoughts and prayers go with all of them. Joining me on the platform today are a number of distinguished people, and it is my pleasure to introduce them. I will ask them to stand and remain standing. Please hold your applause until I've recognized everyone. Dr. Bruce Carney, Executive Vice Chancellor and Provost. Winston Crisp, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs. Professor Jan Boxall, faculty member in the Philosophy Department, Director of the Parr Center for Ethics, and Chair of the Faculty. Professor Joseph Farrell, the Secretary of the Faculty. Serena Vitska, President of the Graduate and Professional Student Federation. It is also my pleasure to recognize Professor Valerie Ashby, Faculty Marshal. Thank you all for your presence here today. I'm now pleased to introduce the Honorable Burley Mitchell, a member of the UNC Board of Governors, who will bring greetings on behalf of the board.
Chancellor Thorpe, Chairman Hargrove, Professor Fredrickson, distinguished guests, graduates, and friends. It is my happy assignment today to bring you greetings from the 32 members of the University of North Carolina Board of Governors and our chair, Hannah Gage. We extend congratulations to you graduates and to your families whose support has made this day possible. If my wife were here with me today, she would remind me to be sure to extend a special congratulation to you working spouses of today's graduates. Finally, you've gotten him or her through school. But I also want to spend just a minute on a serious subject that needs to be addressed in these hard times. Today you graduate from what all educators agree is one of the two best state university systems in the nation. This was the first public university in the nation. It was created for us and for those who come after us at great sacrifice. It was created because a state of poor farmers had the vision to know that public higher education was the key to greatness for this state and its people. Today you become graduates of this great university. It is your obligation now to begin to repay it for the education you have received here. Tuition and fees have never covered the cost of a student's education at UNC. Only 19% of the annual cost of a student to the university is covered by tuition. The remaining 81%, $20,646 a year, is paid by our legislature through taxation on the ordinary citizens of the state. This is as it has always been and as our forebears intended it to be. Both the benefits and the burdens of an education and an educated public must be shared by all of our citizens. I hope each of you, as you go out to be the success this place has prepared you to be, will remember the debt you owe to those who went before to make a place for you here. It's your duty now to pay back that debt by strengthening this great university for the generations of students who will come after you. You should give of your time, your talent, and your financial resources, but also you must support our legislators when they take the often difficult steps required to fund this great institution. Many of you here will serve as legislators yourselves, as history teaches us. I urge you to remember then that it is only with financial support from all the people of the state that we can continue to make this university great and truly the university of the people. It is now your duty to keep it open to every young person of the state who has the ability and desire for an education. This university has been the key to our success as a state and as a people. I know you will keep that great tradition established here by those who've gone before you alive. But for now, just enjoy this happy milestone in your lives. You've certainly earned that privilege. Again, our congratulations and very best wishes to you, and go Tar Heels. Thank you.
Thank you, Burley. I'm now pleased to introduce the chair of the Board of Trustees of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, Wade Hargrove of Raleigh, who will bring greetings.
Thank you, Chancellor. On behalf of the trustees, I do indeed bring greetings and congratulations to each of you on your record of academic achievement. All of us truly understand and appreciate the hard work, the dedication, and the commitment and intellectual self-discipline that brought you here today. And as Justice Mitchell said, to every parent, every spouse, every family member, we thank you for the critical support, both moral and financial, and for the personal sacrifices that each of you have made for your family member to be here. I've been a Carolina parent myself, so I understand and appreciate very much the critical role that you've played in the success of your graduate family member. As Justice Mitchell observed, all of us, in fact, arrived here with the support and on the backs of others. Our family, the taxpayers of North Carolina, those who graduated before us, and the numerous private donors who have been generous in giving to and in investing in this great institution for more than 200 years. So as you leave with the knowledge that your university, the taxpayers of this state, and those who come after you will continue to need that kind of support, and perhaps in these challenging economic times, more so than ever before. So it's important for you to continue to be generous to the university of your time, of your talents, your resources, and assure all of us and those who come after you that this university will continue to be the very special educational institution that it has been for over 200 years. You are among the very privileged few. You've been taught by some of the most gifted scholars, and you've studied with and competed against some of the brightest fellow students in all of the world. The knowledge and skills that you have mastered here and the friendships that you have formed will serve you well in the days ahead. And while today marks the end of this important life chapter, it also marks the beginning of another. For as you go from here, you will embark on a lifetime of learning and study that will enrich your life and enhance the lives of all of those around you. So cherish this very special life moment as all of us pay tribute to you and celebrate your achievement. You are now and forevermore a certified Tar Heel. You come, as they say, with papers now to prove it. As trustees and fellow alumni, we honor you, we have abiding confidence in you, and we extend our best wishes and congratulations to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Wade. I'm now pleased to introduce the chair of the Board of Directors of the General Alumni Association, Donald Curtis of Raleigh, who will bring greetings. Mr. Curtis represents over 280,000 living alumni of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill.
Well, after years of hard work and anxious moments and some memorable moments spent both in and out of the classroom, you have now earned your degree from one of the world's greatest universities. And you and your family should be justifiably proud of your accomplishments. But your status is changing. You're changing from being a student to an alumnus. And this means today that you will become eligible to join that family that the Chancellor just referred to, a family of over 280,000 living alumni of this place. You'll find that no matter where you go in all 100 counties of this state, in all 50 states, and in over 150 countries around the world, you'll find fellow Tar Heels and fellow alumni. But you will also find that no matter whether you go to Main Street or Wall Street, you'll never forget Franklin Street. Just as so many of those 280,000 before you have found, you're going to find that you're going to leave a little bit of your heart and soul right here in Chapel Hill. Your ties and association with the university, though, should not end as you leave. The Carolina experience will be a part of your life no matter where you go. And so I'm pleased to extend an invitation for you to join the 68,000 dues-paying members of our General Alumni Association. Your membership will keep you informed about the university, as well as serving as a connection to your classmates and friends that you've made here. There are local Carolina clubs in almost every area of the state and in the most major markets outside the state. They will plan alumni activities that will engage you with the university. The Carolina Alumni Review, our bi-monthly magazine, will keep you in on what's happening at Chapel Hill. And now, of course, in this day and age, our Facebook presence and our apps and our websites are complete and will allow you to be a part of Chapel Hill forever. As you enter the job market, our Alumni Career Services programs provide you the opportunities to network with fellow UNC alumni around the corner and around the world. And just as Justice Mitchell challenged you, I want to also reiterate that as an alum, your university needs you.
Carolina needs you to go forth and be advocates for the university. Our budgets are being pushed to the limits. We need you to speak out and be an active voice for the university in your new home, wherever it may be. We need you to be one of those Tar Heel voices that rings clear and true with the message of the importance of this place to the future of our state and our world. We need you to sing Carolina's praises. So now you have become another jewel in the crown of the priceless gems that we sing about. I know you're going to make us proud.
Thank you, Don. Each year, an outstanding member of our faculty is selected to speak at the mid-year commencement. I welcome Dean Drescher, Senior Class President, to introduce this year's commencement speaker.
Graduates, first of all, congratulations. You have made it to your commencement, and I'm honored to be with you here at one of the finest and most outstanding universities in the world. You are receiving a degree from the University of North Carolina, the University of the People, and that is something to be proud of. I am honored to introduce this year's commencement speaker, Dr. Barbara Fredrickson. When it comes to UNC professors, and we have countless amazing ones, she is one of the best. An internationally acclaimed psychology professor, Dr. Fredrickson studies something you should all be feeling today, and that is positive emotion. She also studies something that, with a degree from this university, you can all work for: human well-being. Dr. Fredrickson is a Keenan Distinguished Professor of Psychology and the director of UNC's Positive Emotions and Psychophysiology Lab. She studies how positive emotions affect people's thinking patterns, social behavior, and physiological reactions. Her goal is one that speaks to the calling of the Carolina Way: how it is that positive emotions can transform people's lives for the better. Her research and teaching have been recognized with the highest honors, and her book, Positivity, is about creating a better, healthier, and more flourishing lifestyle. Her accomplishments are outstanding. Her contributions to this university are countless. You would be wise to listen to her words, and it is my great honor to introduce Dr. Barbara Fredrickson.
Okay, I bet some of you guys are just brimming with worry right now, bracing yourself for some overly saccharine message from Carolina's own positivity professor. And I just want to assure you this is not it. What Bobby McFerrin couldn't have known when he penned 1988 Song of the Year was that his words of wisdom, although well-meaning, would not necessarily stand the test of time with respect to 21st century science. We now know that if you take too seriously this motto of be happy, it actually backfires. It's a great way to make yourself miserable, in fact. One of my hopes before you leave today is, or before I get done speaking, is to share a slight tweak on these famous lyrics that would give you a motto to live by that is backed by science. Because just like we need evidence-based medicine to have science inform the medicines we take, I think that there's a case to be made for evidence-based song lyrics so that we can have science back the songs that we hum. Now, song lyrics aside, it is my great honor to be part of this day, part of your celebrations, and honoring all of your achievements to all of those of you in fresh cap and gown, and to be part of your crew of family and friends and faculty that are in the stands here, just brimming with pride and love for you on this milestone day. My humble aim is to share with you 2 facts and 2 cautions about positivity, all backed by science, and to leave you whistling a slightly different version of this famous tune. Now, I want to assure you right from the start that taking this short amount of time to consider positivity is not an invitation to sweep problems and suffering under the rug. We still have wars and areas of political unrest around the globe. We still have children going to bed hungry at night. In your families, you still have the problems and difficulties that have beset you recently. And we all still have this terrible economy that is going to continue to affect you graduates personally. Now, taking time to think about positivity isn't an invitation to put your head in the sand about those problems. In fact, we know that holding the best and the worst of our human experience side by side is the secret to being resilient, to being able to bend without breaking and bounce back from hard times. And as we hold the good and the bad side by side, I think it's equally important to recognize that good experiences come in many different flavors. They are not just that jump for joy moment that you might hold in mind, but it also includes those quieter moments of positivity, feeling deep in your bones grateful for your current circumstances, or feeling just at one with your current surroundings, or more social moments like when you get to share a laugh or a loving embrace. Now, what does science have to say about moments like this? Well, the first fact I want to share is that positive emotions, positivity opens you. If you allow me to get poetic for just a moment, imagine that you are this water lily. It's before dawn and your petals are tightly around your face, functioning as blinders, really. If you can see anything at all, it's just what's squarely in front of you. But as the sun rises, things begin to change, and those delicate blinders pull away from your face, and your worldview literally expands. You see more. We know from science that your brain is like this water lily. Although the water lily opens and closes with the presence and absence of sunlight, your mind opens and closes with the presence or absence of positivity. There are now dozens of experiments that document this, that even when your intent is to just focus in on one thing, when your brain is under the influence of positivity, you cannot help but take in more of the context, more of the contextual surround. And that matters a great deal because it ends up meaning that you can remember the details of events better when those events occurred with positivity. You can come up with more ideas about what to do next, more solutions to the problems that you face when you're under the influence of positivity. And perhaps most importantly, when you're infused with positivity, you're more likely to see and feel connection and resonance between you and other people, where in an ordinary state we can often miss that. Now, writing in the 13th century, Rumi had a way of describing this, the poet Rumi. He said, "There is a way of breathing that's a shame and a suffocation. But there's another way of breathing," he called it a love breath, "that lets you open infinitely." So 8 centuries later, we actually have science to back up the essence of Rumi's message. And this is not the same old story about seeing the world through rose-colored glasses. It's a new story about how we see more. We see the broader context with positivity. It expands your worldview. It doesn't just tint it. And this expanded worldview is exactly what we all need, and as we're trying to solve these very entrenched problems that we face as individuals and as a global society. Those problems are nested within broader systems, and we need to be able to see the big picture and see that broader system if we're going to come up with the big solutions to those big problems. Now, so the first fact is that positivity opens you. The second fact is that positivity nourishes you. Just like fruits and vegetables provide you micronutrients that allow you to survive and thrive, positive emotions provide micronutrients that change you. Just like any living thing, you can either languish, barely holding on to life, or you could flourish, which is to become ripe with possibility and beautifully resilient. And people who flourish, they're not just happy. Sure, they are happy. They are happier than others, but more than feeling good, they feel good and they do good. They make a contribution to their communities and to the world around them. So flourishing is a noble goal. And we've learned that as people expend time and energy to increase their daily diets of positive emotions, those micronutrients, that they change themselves from the inside out. They become more mindful, more resilient. They build stronger and more rewarding relationships within their families and at work as well. They become physically healthier too. We've even found that the very basic rhythms of people's hearts change in a lasting way, reflecting greater calm, more nimbleness, and greater efficiency. The evidence is so compelling on this that my collaborators and I are now looking at the ways that positivity changes you at a cellular level by directing changes in gene expression. So in many ways, positivity is a powerful nutrient and possibly also a powerful medicine as well. And at some level, your body already knows this. If I can return to that water lily analogy from earlier, at some level, plants know that sunlight is crucial to their survival, and they turn towards sources of light and stretch themselves open to take in as much as they can. It's called the heliotropic effect. What we're finding in the science of positive psychology is that there's a similar heliotropic effect within humans, that at some level our bodies know that positivity is crucial for our survival, and we turn towards sources of positivity, and our minds stretch themselves open as wide as they can to take in as much as we can to survive and to flourish. Now, so the two facts are that positivity opens you and nourishes you. Now on to the two cautions. The first is that you can't fake it. Okay, a lot of times when people hear what the science has to say about positivity, they're tempted to just start humming, "Don't worry, be happy," and put a permanent grin on their face. This is the reason why a simple motto of "be happy" can often backfire, because people try to wear positivity as a permanent uniform. No emotion is meant to last forever, though, not even the ones that feel and do good. You just can't paper over honest distress with a smile. And the reason for that is that just like we need positivity to help us to flourish, we also need honest expression of negativity to flourish as well. Negativity is necessary, and I think to just help anchor this idea a bit, a sailboat metaphor is useful. You can take the mast of a sailboat, which towers above the boat and holds the sail, as positivity. Also on the boat, down below the waterline, is the keel, which can weigh tons. You can take that as negativity. You need both of them to sail. If you've ever sailed, you can imagine what it'd be like to just sail with the positivity, just with the wind in the sails. You'd have no control over the boat. You'd just be sliding around aimlessly. That negativity is really vital too. But the key is to keep positivity and negativity in proper proportion. And what we know about the proper proportion is that there appears to be a tipping point ratio at about 3-to-1. That for every one negative emotion that drags us down, we need at least 3 positive emotions to buoy us up. It's not 1-to-1 because negativity screams at you and positivity whispers, so it needs to be higher than 1-to-1. But for these emotions to light your path towards flourishing, they need to also be sincere and heartfelt and not forced. And this is where the motto of our beloved state of North Carolina can actually be a useful touchstone. And the motto is to be rather than to seem. So we need to be positive, not just seem positive. Those insincere positive emotions can actually create this sort of toxic insincerity that can be very harmful. It actually even leads to corrosive biochemicals in your bloodstream, so it's actually quite dangerous. The second caution I want to share with you is actually one that applies to you right now as you're sitting here listening to your own commencement address, and that is that many of the supports for your positivity are going to be removed as you move from this day forward. Positive emotions have nourished you, and they will become more important than ever for you to learn to nourish yourself with them, because those day-to-day sources of positivity won't always be there. And this is because for your life so far, so many other people have put a lot of effort into creating potent situations that would inspire your positivity. These people were your family, your friends, your coaches, your mentors, your classmates. Your family, for instance, far beyond providing food and shelter and clothing, from the day you arrived, have been orchestrating moments to inspire your positivity. At first, it was just through tickles and grins and games of peekaboo, and then later it was through family rituals that they developed, family rituals for mealtime, for weekends, for cherished holidays. And then when you arrived at Carolina, older students often created ice-breaking opportunities. Faculty gave you fascinating things to think about, and pep rallies and sports games and things for you to cheer on and participate in, of world-class performing arts. In short, you've benefited from a wide range of institutional practices and people and rituals that have stoked your positivity while you were here. All of this effort to make you feel good doesn't necessarily exist in this next chapter of your life. It's going to be more important than ever for you to learn what it is that makes you come alive. When this structural support is dismantled, you may not notice the effects right away. Some of you may notice, only 6 months from now or so that, somehow your life is a little less sparkly. Somehow your days may be less life-giving and more life-draining. It's really like learning to cook for yourself. When you were young, your parents cooked your meals for you. When you moved to Carolina, for many of you, the dining halls took that over. Now you need to learn to cook for yourself. How long will it take before you learn to put the proper proportion of positivity into your daily diet or onto your plate? For many who sat here before you at their own commencement and then went on into the real world, it took them years, even decades, to learn this really vital life lesson. I can tell you that for myself, it took me easily 15 years before I realized that to be able to make a sustained contribution, that I would need to, in addition to working hard and taking care of my family, that I needed to plan my day and my week around ways to feel good, to regain that energy and nourishment. That we now know, too, that the extent to which you value positivity, the extent to which you learn this life lesson about nourishing yourself with positivity from within, matters. It matters a lot. It predicts your likelihood of flourishing, your ability to make a lasting contribution. And we also are learning that this, the extent to which you understand and value positivity matters even more so, significantly more so, as you move on from the structure of university life and on to the next chapter. So with these two facts and two cautions out of the way, I just want to return to the song lyrics that I opened with here and give you a slight revision of Don't Worry, Be Happy, to give you a motto that is more consistent with the science, that it will allow you to live by it honestly. Now, new motto is actually hidden in plain view on Franklin Street. So check out these monitors and see if you can spot it. Let's see, here it comes. Be open. Far better than making your motto, be happy, which can backfire because it can lead to this toxic insincerity. The motto, be open, is a way of lightly adopting the mindset of positivity. And the beauty of this motto is that it allows you to accept whatever it is that the present moment offers you. Now face it, a lot of the things that worry us happened in the past or may not happen in the future. And so when I hear don't worry, I think don't worry means don't spend so much time in this mental time travel. Because when you do, it can blind you to the sources of positivity that are right in your midst of the present moment. More often than not, the present moment is actually a gift. And yet the gifts of the present moment are often so subtle that we can miss them. Things like beauty, intrigue, comforts, kindness. If we're caught up in worry, we can miss those, and so we'll miss the opportunities to nourish ourselves and light our path towards flourishing. If you consider just for a moment the opportunity that you have in this present moment, right here, as you're celebrating this major achievement in your life. You're here, many of you, with family and friends and faculty who are excited to be sharing this momentous day with you. And my hope is that even if those people aren't here with you, the important people in your life, maybe they're just in your heart, my hope is that you can see them perhaps with a new light, to see how they have given you life, not just in the most obvious ways, but also in the more subtle ways that have given you life and nourished you every time that their presence melts your face into a smile. So I wanted to give you the opportunity to right now stand up and find your people in the stand. Yeah, you can stand. Yeah, find your people out here and let your thanks to them be known. Yes, thank you. All right, don't worry, be open. Big congratulations to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Barbara. Wonderful. We're all feeling great today. It's a great occasion, and I feel even better now. We now turn to the conferral of degrees. I have the privilege of introducing the Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Steve Matson, who will present the candidates for the doctoral degree. The road to a doctoral degree is a long and difficult one, so it is important to recognize what these students have accomplished. They are the future of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill and higher education everywhere. They are our future faculty, researchers, and public servants. They are our high school teachers, scientists, inventors, writers, social workers, our leaders. Graduate students are scholars, first of all, who work at the frontiers of knowledge, and their discoveries extend our collective understanding. Their research enhances the health and well-being of North Carolina's citizens and adds to the social and cultural life of the state. The benefits of their discoveries do not stop at the North Carolina border. They extend around the world. But a graduate student's life is not limited to the ethereal world of theory and research. They also teach and do public engagement, both vital contributions to Carolina's mission. Much of Carolina's research and education enterprise is powered by graduate research and teaching assistants working together with faculty mentors. Their contributions help make Carolina one of the preeminent research universities in the nation. Graduates, thank you, and congratulations on reaching this milestone.
Will the candidates for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Public Health, a Doctor of Education. Please rise to be conducted forward by Faculty Marshal Valerie Ashby. Lena Gao, Environmental Sciences and Engineering, PhD. Samantha Hammond, Physics and Astronomy, PhD. Jane Messina, Geography, PhD. Maudie Kristen Smith, Philosophy, PhD. Cecilia Fabrizio, Health Policy and Management, DRPH. Nancy Marie McGee, Health Policy and Management, DRPH. Russell Triplett, Economics, PhD. Kathleen Evelyn Rands, Education, PhD. Lori Ray, Education, PhD. Margaret Gillis, Education, PhD. Nathan Christopher Nickel, Maternal and Child Health, PhD. Kimberly McCombs, Maternal and Child Health, PhD. Laura Farnan, Biostatistics, PhD. Marcus Evan Brzozowski, Biostatistics, DRPH. Chris Furman, Geography, PhD. Michael Cornett, English, PhD. Adam Zolator, Maternal and Child Health, DRPH. Jason Lawrence Painter, Education, PhD. Cheryl Brewer, Nursing, PhD. Octavia Lynn Flanagan, Nursing, PhD. Emily Hawk Weaver, Health Policy and Management, PhD. Michael D.L. Johnson, Biochemistry and Biophysics, PhD. Flora Look, Cell and Developmental Biology, PhD. João A.R. Fiera, Dentistry, PhD.
Dean Mattson, please join me in applauding the achievements of these students. Before I introduce the deans, I would like to take this opportunity to recognize our outstanding undergraduates. Will the candidates for baccalaureate degrees with highest honors please rise and remain standing? Will the candidates for baccalaureate degrees with honors please rise and remain standing? They got honors, but they didn't get the remain standing part. Seniors graduating with honors and highest honors are exceptionally accomplished students who exemplify the highest possible level of undergraduate scholarship. Congratulations on this outstanding achievement. I now call upon the deans of the university in the order of the anniversary date of each college or school to present their candidates for doctoral, master's, and baccalaureate degrees. Will Dean Karen Gill please come forward to present the students from the College of Arts and Sciences?
Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Arts, Master of Art in Fine Arts, Master of City and Regional Planning, Master of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Science. Will these students please rise?
Will Dean Jack Boger please come forward to present the students from the School of Law?
Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to present to you the candidates for Juris Doctor. Will these students please rise?
Will Dean William Roper please come forward to present the students from the School of Medicine?
Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to present to you the candidates for Doctor of Audiology, Doctor of Medicine, Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Physical Therapy, Master of Science, Bachelor of Science in Clinical Laboratory Science, and Bachelor of Science in Radiologic Science. Will these students please rise?
Will Associate Dean Deborah Aker-Rich please come forward to present the students from the School of Education?
Mr. Chancellor, I'm delighted to present to you the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, Master of Arts, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Education, Master of School Administration, and Bachelor of Arts in Education. Will these students please rise?
Will Associate Dean Alexander Tropsha please come forward to present the students from the Eshelman School of Pharmacy?
Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to present to you the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Pharmacy, Master of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Pharmaceutical Sciences. Will these students please rise?
Will Dean James Dean please come forward to present the students from the Keenan Flagler Business School?
Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to present to you the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Accounting, Master of Business Administration, and Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Will these students please rise?
Will Dean Jack Richmond please come forward to present the students from the School of Social Work?
Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased and proud to present to you the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy and Master of Social Work. Will these students please rise?
Will Dulcie Strawn, Interim Dean, please come forward to present the students from the School of Journalism and Mass Communication?
Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to present to you the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Arts, and Bachelor of Arts in Journalism and Mass Communication. Will these students please rise?
Will Dean Gary Marcianini please come forward to present the students from the School of Information and Library Science?
Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Science in Information Science, Master of Science in Library Science, and Bachelor of Science in Information Science. Will these students please rise?
Will Dean Barbara Reimer please come forward to present the students from the Gilling School of Global Public Health?
Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Public Health, Master of Healthcare Administration, Master of Public Health, Master of Science in Environmental Sciences and Engineering, Master of Science in Public Health, and Bachelor of Science in Public Health. Will these students please rise?
Will Dean Jane Weintraub please come forward to present the students from the School of Dentistry?
Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to present to you the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy, the Doctor of Dental Surgery, Master of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Dental Hygiene. Will these students please rise?
Will Dean Kristen Swanson please come forward to present the students from the School of Nursing?
Mr. Chancellor, it is my pride and honor to present to you the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy, the Masters of Nursing Science, and the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Would you please rise?
Will Dean Mike Smith please come forward to present the students from the School of Government?
Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to present the candidates for Master of Public Administration. Will these students please rise?
Will all the degree candidates please rise? By virtue of the authority vested in the University of North Carolina by the State of North Carolina, and by the university entrusted to me, I hereby confer upon you the degree for which the faculty has certified you, together with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining, effective December 31st, 2011, and I offer you my warmest congratulations. I now call upon Mohammed Saad, Vice President of the senior class, to come forward and lead the baccalaureate candidates in the switching of your tassel, signifying your graduation from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill.
As the Vice President of the class of 2012, I'm privileged to lead you in the moving of your tassels from right to left, signifying your achievements. Congratulations.
Welcome, all of you, to the ranks of alumni of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Please be seated one last time. Graduates, this is a beginning. Most of you are doing something entirely new in your lives, leaving school behind and heading into what some people call the real world. We know from experience that you will make that real world better. You have the knowledge, energy, and experience to take us where we need to go. And while it may sound daunting to hear all this talk about how you're going to change the world for the better, in fact, you have already started. So no matter where you go in this huge world you are changing, you are a Tar Heel. Here in Chapel Hill, you will always find people who are proud of you, have deep faith in your abilities, and care about what happens to you. You can come home again, and again, and again. Before we leave, let me recognize one group that has already been recognized, but as Professor Fredrickson said, we can't do this too many times. Will all the families of our graduates please rise? Parents, spouses, children, grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, graduates. Now is your turn to say thanks. Thank you all for supporting these students and getting them here today. We want to thank Jeff Fuchs and the fine musicians in the University Band for providing us with music today. And we want to show, thank you, Jeff. And we also want to show our appreciation to the student marshals for their assistance. I now call on Sean Patrick Curlin again to lead us in singing together, Hark the Sound. At the conclusion of the alma mater, the senior class marshals will lead the recessional of the faculty and the degree candidates. Please remain in place until the recession is completed. Thank you, and happy holidays to you all. Please stand as we sing Hark the Sound.
Hark the sound of Tar Heel voices, ringing clear and true, singing Carolina's praises, shouting and see you. Hail to the brightest star of all, clear its radiant shine. Carolina, priceless gem, receive her praises thine. I'm a Tar Heel born, I'm a Tar Heel bred, and when I die, I'm a Tar Heel dead. Goes rah-rah, Carolina, rah-rah, Carolina, rah-rah, Carolina, rah-rah.